are martial artists real athletes? And I think at the surface, when we ask this question, everybody would say, yes, of course martial artists are real athletes. But when we think about it a little deeper, when we look at how people act sometimes, it seems that often people only think that martial arts in the local sense, like if you go to a martial arts school, like here in Kendallville or wherever, that it's more for kids who don't do other sports. It's just for the kid who doesn't play basketball, or it's for the kids who have trouble focusing or with concentration, or who need some discipline work. And those are certainly things that we help with in martial arts. We are for those students. But that doesn't mean that the martial arts isn't an activity that can be enjoyed by all students of all ages, and is something that is very athletic, is a very neat sport that you can get into. I know for myself, this is kind of not something I think about as much because I focus a lot on the art of the martial arts, of the life skills training. But I have to remind myself that I'm an athlete as well. Doing the martial arts is an athletic performance. It's good for your body, your cardio work, all different kinds of agility, strength training. Those kind of things are all part of the martial arts. And so I think it's important to remind people that the martial arts are for everybody. We have seen a rise recently in kind of showing off the athletic prowess of martial artists out there. So I would encourage you to check out HyperPro training, or what's hypermartialarts.com. The HyperPro students are athletes from across the world that are top level athletes. These are some amazing athletes doing phenomenal tricks and kicks and skills with weapons and open hand that are, unrivaled in their performance in the martial arts. There were just recently some that were part of the Red Bull. Red Bull puts on a tricking and kicking competition, which shows you, again, that martial arts is a kind of one of those X Games kind of sports things. It's coming out as that kind of activity. And so Red Bull does some really neat things. ESPN always covers the NASCA circuit when it comes to forms competition, extreme martial arts, board breaking, even some sparring competitions as well. Taekwondo is in the Olympics. We're going to see karate in the Olympics this next time when it's in Japan. And so the martial arts are most certainly an athletic event that you can do just for the joy of doing a sport. We in the ATA have some really amazing athletes. We've got our extreme martial arts program, a team of students called the X5 that you can see across the country, across the world, doing some amazing things. We've had students from the ATA in UFC. We've had Anthony Pettis, which is a very famous UFC fighter, is an ATA black belt. He was actually near our region. I was at tournaments that he was at before he became a UFC fighter. We have students like Caitlin Deschelle, who is a stunt performer. She was just recently, if you've seen the Wonder Woman movie, she was a stunt performer in that movie, as well as Miss Keelar was a stunt performer in the Logan movie. Mr. Mike Moe is going to be in the new Inhumans TV show. He was in a bunch of other movies and TV things as well. And so these are all amazing athletes. We also have, the ATA is in partnership now with the Olympic Taekwondo Committee in the United States, and we are going to be able to put a certain number of ATA athletes into the Olympic trials for Taekwondo. I can't even talk. For Taekwondo. And that is, again, another level of that sport competition that we're going to be able to be participating in. Our students here enjoy tournament competition. We have a lot of local tournaments between Fort Wayne, South Bend, Lansing, Tecumseh, all over the area, Chicago, Pennsylvania. And these tournaments have their own circuit. So we have students that are state champions, that are district champions, that are world champions. And this provides a really exciting sport competition for those individuals looking for more than just that mental benefit and some life skills training, but then want to take their sport, their athletic skills to the next level as well. So I thought it would be good to discuss those, because a lot of times we only think of martial arts in the context of, hey, my kid has some ADD issues, or my child needs to work on their discipline. And of course, those are things that we're going to work on, and those are things that we focus on, but we focus on building some amazing athletes as well. You should see some of our Hyper Pro students here at the school that are just becoming better and better athletes as they train longer and longer. And so I want you to consider martial arts as an athletic sport that you might participate as well. It's great cross training. If you are involved in one of the sports at school, maybe you add some martial arts training to keep you in shape and work on some of those athletic skills when you're in the off season. It's a great activity. Maybe you want to become a district champ, a world champ, go into the Olympics, become a tricker, a UFC fighter, whatever it might be. Martial arts has a lot of potential for you in the athletic skills as well. So if you're interested, make sure you head over to our website, ataexcellence.com, or you can message us on Facebook as well.